Hey, this is Katie here, and today I'll be talking about some ideas. Top, no, I'm going to talk about some ideas that Activision should do for Call of Duty for the future. Let's get to it. First of all, I like to see custom mods back in Call of Duty. Yeah, from Black Ops 3 and 2, love to see those back in there too. That would be so cool. Custom mods would be so cool. Like they used to have a tab that says custom mods, and I would love to see them come back in Call of Duty sometime. And another feature I like seeing Call of Duty, it's the Steam version of Call of Duty, but Steam Workshop. They hadn't had that since Black Ops 3. Love to see that in the future Call of Duty game, Steam Workshop. It would be so cool. Or the workshops you can do, mods you can put on, shit like that. I'd like to see that on one the future Call of Duty games. That'd be so cool to see that crap on there. And another thing I can see in the Call of Duty games is local co-op. Like play with a buddy with a controller. Like local co-op. Like they used to have for the old COD games. Now they don't. Last time they had was Modern Warfare 2 reboot. Like see that come back as well. I think that would be cool to see that come back. And two more features I like to see in Call of Duty games are before we get to new game ideas, let's do two more. Think about it. I like to see zombies. You heard me that zombies, but different maps with quite a few maps like they did for Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 1. Black Ops 1 and 2 zombies were the GOAT. I want those round-based zombies. It happened in Black Ops 6, but I want to see that more in the future. Round-based zombies. Number 1. Co-op campaign. They were going to do this for Halo Infinite, but it got canned. Love to see this in Call of Duty more, because imagine playing co-op with a buddy on Call of Duty campaign mode. Love to see that. Let's get to game ideas. Here are 5 game ideas I want for Call of Duty to do. Number 5 might be a little bit controversial, but they should do an Iraq War one from like 2003. But I say it's too soon to do that because I don't want that. I just don't want. They did it for 6 Days in Fallujah, which it's a really good game. Go if you hadn't played, go right ahead and buy it on Steam. I think it's on sale for like 25% off early access. It's a good game. Go right ahead and play it. It's a tactical shooter. I'd like to see Call of Duty make an Iraq War game based off the Iraq War from like the early 2000s, early to mid 2000s. The story would be so good. And also, they can do makeup characters. It could be fictional slash realistic, like most Call of Duty games are these days. Yep. Imagine that. The campaign would be so good. It would be called Iraqi Freedom. That's what I think it should be called. Or Call of Duty Iraq. This game would be so cool. Yeah, but I just don't see it happening because Iraq War got a lot of controversy. I'm not going to get into it, but it's too soon to do it because a lot of those people are still alive from the Iraq War. And I just don't want that. I just don't see Activision risking it. The controversy. Number 4, which they can probably do, but Korean War. Call of Duty Korean War, the Forgotten War. Like I said, they do hybrid slash fictional and hybrid, which most Call of Duties are. Fictional slash hybrid. Which it will be amazing to see a Korean War Call of Duty game. I've been seeing this for years. I've been begging this for years because Call of Duty is a game franchise that tackles all sorts of wars, but they hadn't tackled the Korean War yet. Yeah, I love to see that game too, but I just don't see Activision doing it because they release their games in Korea and they just don't want any censorship issues or bans in South Korea. North Korea, everything's banned pretty much. So the game's never going to release in North Korea. Number 3. This game would be awesome. Call of Duty Vietnam War. They were actually going to make that actually. They were going to actually make Call of Duty Vietnam War, but it got canned. I don't know why it got canned, because I haven't watched the video yet. That game would have been so cool. I'm a big history person. I like to see the history of the Vietnam War, how bad it was. And a lot of people died, millions of Americans died, I think. Telling a story about that would be cool. Hybrid of fictional and realistic would be so cool to see. I'm big into history. New history and modern history, past history, all sorts of history. Vietnam War would be a good subject to handle. Number 2 is the American Civil War. This game would be cool to see in Call of Duty game because they haven't past World War II. They did up to World War II and future modern and shit like that. I'd love to see game in the Civil War era because American Civil War would be cool to see. Because I'm big into Civil War history, actually. Yeah. Between the Confederacy and I forgot what's it called. The Union, I think it's called. Confederacy and the Union. Love to see those. See that in a Call of Duty game because I just love to see that. They haven't done it yet in Call of Duty, but it would be awesome if they did. Number 1, World War I. Yes, you heard that right. World War I Call of Duty. They did it for Battlefield, called Battlefield 1. But Call of Duty is a lot better game than Battlefield, in my personal opinion. And if Call of Duty did a World War I game, it would be a masterpiece. Just because it would be so cool. The campaign, multiplayer, and all those games would be so cool. The multiplayer in those games would be so cool, like I just mentioned. And I don't know what they would do for the third mode. Probably zombies and crap like that. No, in Call of Duty, they probably would put zombies or co-op or some shit like that. Yeah, Call of Duty, I'm hyped for its future. I'm hyped for Black Ops 7. I'm hyped for Modern Warfare 4 rumor to come out in 2026. And the future looks great for Call of Duty. If you like this video, leave a comment down below. And what games should Call of Duty tackle, or worse, what should they tackle? Or what games should they make? Call of Duty, Activision should make of Call of Duty. And I am out. I prefer seeing Black Ops. I prefer seeing Ghost 2 and Infinite Warfare 2, personally, sequels. And I am out.